You know those douchebags that say, hey, my Indonesian or Chinese Jackson is just as good as your American or Japanese Jackson? Wow. This is an Indonesian RRX24 from 2016, which got used in pretty much mint condition, so the frets have not been played with yet. So with high action, and we're talking about 4mm here, let's see how good the fretboard in this one is. It's okay, a little bit of fret buzz. Check this out. Fret buzz is so insane that you can even hear it when you're palm muting. Absolutely unplayable. And I set the action up to like 6mm, which is something like this here, okay, so super high. It does not cure the fret buzz on the first fret. Now you might say, well, maybe that's just one fret, so let's find out how Indonesian fretwork from Jackson these days is. Let's check the frets here with this fret rocker. You will have to turn your audio up probably. If you can hear some sort of a clanking noise, it means this fret rocker is rocking on the frets, which again means one of the frets is too low or too high. So let's see how many we can find. If you hear that tick-tock sound, that means one of these frets, first three, is too low or too high. A little bit here on 5, and on 6, and on 7, tiny bit on 8, 9, 10, and it's slowly evening out here. I think okay, better here, 12. Oh no. It's a bit better up here in the neck, but high or low frets here and all over here. And before you tell me, hey, you have to adjust the thrust rod, that the neck is super straight, absolutely straight. I could show you with this one here, but it's straight. So what to do if you have that many unlevel frets? So you might say this is just a cheap Indonesian guitar, it's supposed to have flaws. And while yes, some flaws, but not fret buzz this extreme to make it completely unplayable. And although it is a very cheap guitar, or cheap, $700, I expect more for $700. It has some very good features: neck through, original Floyd Rose from the previous owner, and original Seymour Duncans, and those are awesome. So it has 3 out of 4 qualities I'm looking for in a guitar. Neck, by the way, is maple, and what the tone with is, seriously, it does not matter. What it doesn't have is a good fret job, and I don't want to find out if it's the first fret that's too low or the second fret that's too high, because if I start sanding up the second fret, I might end up having to do it all over the fretboard, and that's likely gonna mess it up. And with all the high and low frets I found across the neck, this guitar is gonna get a PLEK job. Now, a PLEK job is expensive, but currently this is the only guitar I think I own that I can make good if it has a fret job. If the frets are fine, then I got everything I need. Good frets, neck through, Duncans, original Floyd, and then it's gonna thrash. So we're gonna find out if it's any better after the fret job. PLEK job, PLEK. So I'm in the back of Twin Town Guitars, 8 hours before Minnesota is getting into Corona lockdown, ready to pick up my guitar. So after pleking, it became evident that the second fret was the culprit. If you look at it here, and it's super hard to show on camera, there are actually a lot of tool marks all over the second fret. And I suppose that usually they would have been worked out by hand after the PLEK job, but it doesn't affect playability since, you know, they're horizontal and everything's fine. There are other very small and very hard to see tool marks too on several other frets. Like this is the third, and I apologize, these are really hard to see, but it's mainly where the A string was and where the E string was up until about the 12th fret, and I can't find any other tool marks. Here's the second fret again, maybe you can see it. Nope. So I think here you can see those grooves a little better. I emailed Twin Town Guitars and they said I should not be able to see those, so I'm gonna take it in again. They told me they're gonna buff it again and clean it up, but it works. So let's see if the fret job actually did something. Let's try the first fret. Sounds quite good. The guitar has no fret buzz anymore that's so harsh that it's audible when you're recording it. Obviously every guitar will always have a little bit of fret buzz if you really hit it hard and want to have your action not sky high. I got it here. But it's way better, and that simply can't be avoided when you're playing metal. The important thing, again, this fret buzz is not being picked up anymore, and I think the investment into getting a PLEK service was well worth it. I'm gonna do it to some of my older guitars, my Japanese professional, and we'll play just as back in the first day. On the first day. Well, I hope this was of some value for you. So, pleking works.